All right, everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Jordan Report. I'm your host, Robert Jordan. Everyone, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, guys, let's go back in history a little bit because I want to show you what Trump was doing before he was a president. Before these people were calling him all these names, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Oprah Winfrey, etc. All these people knew Trump in his former life. So I'm writing a book, and I'm gonna show you one of the chapters I'm writing about his relationship with Jesse Jackson. And then I'm going to show you a clip of Jesse Jackson talking about Donald Trump. If you haven't seen it, it's going to stun you. But anyway, Jesse Jackson sets up office to monitor corporate action. This is Jesse Jackson in his former life, his civil rights days. This is 1997, okay? This is when him and Trump were friends. As if Wall Street has not been frenetic enough in recent weeks, it will soon have a new tenant who plans to shake it up even more, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. Mr. Jackson yesterday announced plans to open an office on Wall Street next month that would bring his brand of capitalism to the epicenter of the world's financial system. Mr. Jackson said his new office will seek to cajole, persuade, and pressure American companies to hire and promote more blacks and members of other minorities, name more of them to corporate boards, and award more business to companies owned by members of minorities. Speaking to an enthusiastic group of black executives at the World Trade Center in Manhattan, Mr. Jackson said, "Open up the walls on Wall Street." Okay, let me show you how he got to Wall Street. To put pressure on corporate America, Mr. Jackson said he would publish details on how well 100 of the nation's largest corporations treat minorities. As a further pressure, he would pledge to form a group of 1 million consumers, 20,000 in each of the nation's 50 largest cities, and provide them with monthly updates on the records of specific companies dealing with minorities. Donald J. Trump, this is the Donald Trump, received an ovation when he announced that he would donate office space to Mr. Jackson's civil rights group, the Rainbow Push Coalition, on the 72nd story building he was renovating. Okay, now let me tell you this, because if you ask Jesse and his people about this today, they'll lie and tell you he rented office space from Trump. Jesse Jackson's organization couldn't afford to rent anything from Trump. This is very high-priced real estate. So Trump was being a friend and donated this space to him. "He's out there pushing for a lot of good things," said Mr. Trump, who noted that he and Mr. Jackson had become friends over the years. I'm going to read that again. "He's out there pushing for a lot of good things," said Mr. Trump. He noted that he and Mr. Jackson had become good friends over the years. The office will be run by Rainbow Push Coalition, which was formed by the merger of Mr. Jackson's civil rights organization and economic development groups. The Rainbow Coalition and Operation Push, he said, would focus on the automobile, food, and telecommunication industries. "We insist that corporations stop the formula of targeting us for consumption and then boycotting us," Mr. Jackson said. "We don't want to be boycott partners. We want to be trading partners." Okay, now let me show you what Jesse Jackson said about Trump in person.
I do want to express thanks to you, Donald Trump, for being with us tonight. We need your building skills, your gusto, your rent package for people on Wall Street who represent diversity. And we thank you for coming tonight. Let's give Donald Trump a big hand. A big hand for Donald Trump. I now want to bring forth a friend who has, he is deceptive in that his social style is of such. One can miss his seriousness and his commitment, for their success is beyond argument. When we opened this Wall Street project and we talked about it, he gave us space at 40 Wall Street, which was to make a statement about our having a presence there. And beyond that, in terms of reaching out and being inclusive, he's done that too. And created for many people a comfort zone when I ran for the presidency in 84 and 88. And many others thought it was either laughable or something to avoid. He came to our business meeting here in New York because he has this sense of the curious and a will to risk to make things better. And so aside from all of his style and his pizzazz, he's a serious person who's an effective builder of building for the builder of people. Last year he was a part of our workshop, of our panel workshop on what are the challenges and opportunities. And so this, a year later, Donald Trump, for a few minutes, challenges and opportunities to embrace the underserved communities. Donald Trump.
I will tell you, a large percentage of the people, and especially in construction, that are building these great jobs are black and minorities, and I'm very proud of it. We have close to 25%, and I think the number's going up, and they do a great job. There are no better builders than we have in New York, and a big percentage of that is black and minority folks. So I just want to thank everybody in the room for being here. I look forward to some questions, and then I don't know how we're ever going to leave this building today, because if you look outside, it is terrible, but we'll figure a way. There's always a way, and thank you, Jesse, and congratulations.
Okay, now Jesse Jackson is calling this man a racist, and he knows better. All of them do. I got stories on all of them doing this.